Good evening, my name is Judy Sgro, and as your MP in Ottawa, I wanted to take a moment to bring you up to date on what happened today in the nation's capital. A short time ago, the Conservative Minister of Finance stood in the House of Commons and smugly declared, "The winds of prosperity again fill our sails." Well, this is perhaps one of the most shameful and out-of-touch statements ever to cross the lips of a federal finance minister, and I say this for two reasons. Firstly, when a government pretends to balance its books by selling off public assets and swallowing the rainy day reserves just to look good for an election, it is disappointing and it is dangerous. In fact, after being handed a massive $14 billion Liberal surplus just 9 short years ago, the Conservatives have mismanaged Canada's finances into a deep hole, and Budget 2015 shows that they have no plan to stop digging. Secondly, and most importantly, Budget 2015 contains nothing that will make a real difference for the families, students, and seniors living in York West because it ignores key items like job creation. Conservatives have dropped the ball when it comes to fiscal management, and they are sticking our grandchildren with a huge bill in an effort to hide the growing holes in the Conservative fiscal strategy. I listened to the budget speech, and I have read the minister's comments carefully. I am astounded that he would pretend that the winds of prosperity again fill our sails. Perhaps the minister was referring to his banker friends on Bay Street. Perhaps he was referencing the top 10% of income earners, because he certainly was not talking about the single parents, the blue-collar laborers, the low-income seniors, the struggling students, or the unemployed workers along the Jane Finch corridor. Yet again, the minister is proving that Conservatives are more concerned about prosperity around the boardroom tables, even if that means that those sitting around the kitchen tables are stuck paying the bills. To me, it seems clear that this budget was about giving more to those who already have so much. This budget ignores the pleas of students at York, Humber, and Seneca. It does nothing to expand the vital community programming offered by groups like the Elspeth Haywood Centre, Ephraim's Place, or Youth Now on Track. And it ignores the struggles faced by those living in places like 35 Shoreham and 7 and 11 Arletta. These are good people who work hard and deserve better. They deserve a hand up from their government, but they have been ignored by this Prime Minister. But while the Conservatives insist on giving 100% to the top 10%, families in York West are asking, well, what's left for the rest? You see, Stephen Harper's 10th budget gives the most to those who need it the least. Conservatives are paying for their TFSA increases for the wealthy by taking away tens of thousands of dollars in old age security from low-income seniors. The budget offers a $2 billion tax break for the wealthiest 13%, while slashing support to the 87% of Canadians who will never see a dime of that money. This budget fails to offer even a glimpse of a plan for job growth, and it ignores the fact that unemployment is still higher than it was before the recession began. Well, this minister might feel that the winds of prosperity again fill our sails, but those living in my riding are tied to the anchor that Stephen Harper just threw overboard. Whether living on Hucknall, Firgrove, Grand Ravine, or Fenmar, the people of York West are struggling to make ends meet, and this budget does nothing to help. Household debt is the only thing rising faster than the local unemployment rate, and the so-called Conservative plan is nothing more than a way of funneling taxpayer dollars into flashy advertising during the Super Bowl. Joe Oliver should be ashamed of what he has done, or not done, for the people and communities of York West and other ridings like it across the country. We need real leadership in Ottawa that has a better plan to strengthen the heart of our economy, the middle class. A strong economy makes sure every Canadian has a real and fair chance at success. That means growing incomes and real job opportunities. That would have been real leadership. This is what I would have preferred to see from this government, and it is what the Liberal team will be pressing for in the days ahead. Thank you very much.